It's Friday, August the 6th. I did do an update this morning. Alfie and I have decided to walk to Hawkshead, which is 1.5 miles. I do have a meeting this afternoon. Worst case scenario is I've brought my headphones. I've actually brought my laptop. So if I'm in Hawkshead, I can probably do a bit of work and maybe even do my meeting from the pub. Yeah. So it's been raining off and on. The sky, if you look up, is very grey. Alfie is very far back there. He is coming slowly at his speed. He will make it. I have got him water, and the idea was to go into Hawkshead and do some shopping and buy some food for him and for me, and although I might have pasta tonight actually. Yeah, pasta and a pint. So we're doing this walk. My fridge still isn't working, so I'm shopping by the day, but I have watched a couple of YouTube videos and I've learned a few things. Firstly, I've learned how to take the fridge out if I have to. You have to disconnect the electrics, disconnect the gas, make sure you drain the gas line out, and then you can take the fridge out with 4 screws and kind of wiggle it out of place. So I do know how to do that now if I need to get the fridge out to be able to repair it, because the 2 vents at the back of the camper van let you get access to the boiler and the exhaust and the flue, but the access is quite tight. Maybe if I don't have my bikes in the back, it might be a bit easier to do. So maybe that's the first step, is try and take the bikes off and see if I can get access to it. But if I can't get them to fix it on the insurance, which I will try and do, but if I can't get them to do that next week, then at least I know how I can take the fridge out. Because what I'm going to have to do is clean the jets and clean everything around the burner area, because what's happening is the flame isn't getting any bigger. So now, unfortunately, it would be really handy. It's starting to rain now. It'd be really handy if I had an extra set of hands, because what I could do is, with me watching the flame, and have someone actually turn the thermostat on the inside of the van. But unfortunately, when you're on your own, and Alfie hasn't got thumbs, then it's not something that I can really do myself. So I just have to put up with it. And I suppose I could take pictures and then turn it up and then take another picture and compare the two. That would be one option, I guess. But what it looks like to me is it looks like the flame isn't actually getting bigger than the pilot light at any point in time. So so what I think the best process to do in the beginning is to get access to it, clean the jet, clean the whole area where the burner is, see if that makes any difference. If it does, great. If it doesn't, then the issue is potentially the control unit, where you set, is it a thermostat, where you set the gas on the high, medium or low. So there's only 3 options for gas. There's no dial to set it. It's just a dial to choose high, medium or low and to ignite it. So potentially that thermostat could have gone. I haven't really run it on electricity long enough to know if the electricity is working. So what I had planned on doing when I was supposed to be meeting up with Dan is I'd planned on actually getting an electric hookup for the night and leaving the fridge on overnight on electricity and seeing if the freezer got cold enough to freeze. Because when I put it on my generator, in a couple hours, it doesn't actually freeze. I think you have to leave it on for probably a good 4 or 5 hours for it to freeze. And well, that would probably eat up all the fuel in the generator. So I haven't really done that yet. I only usually put my generator on for a couple of hours to charge up my laptop to get the most out of it, and then I turn it off again. So I guess one option is to fill the generator up and leave it running. But another option is to get a hookup. I did actually go to a pub yesterday. There's a pub just south of Hawkshead called the Manor. The Manor Arms. It's in Ulverston anyway. And it's the Manor something. And they do, you can stay overnight for free if you eat in the pub and drink in the pub. And it's £5 for an electric hookup. So that's not bad. Have a meal, £5, and I get electricity for the night. Anyway, I went there. They've only got 4 spaces. There was only 1 van in place, so I thought that they had space available, but they actually get booked up. So yeah, I just went on chance. I didn't book in advance because I wanted to make sure if I could get 4G signal, because the primary thing for me in stopping somewhere for the night is to be able to have a 4G signal. So one, I can, surf the internet and I can watch TV and work, just do the things I need to do. Because when you're on your own, again, it's okay if you've got someone to chat to, but when you're on your own, and Alfie is great company, but oh, here he is. He was behind me, and then he just suddenly wasn't. Yeah, so he's good company, but he doesn't really talk much, except when I talk for him. So yeah, I guess if you're with somebody else, then it's okay not to be disconnected from the world. But when you're on your own, you kind of want to have that access. So anyway, that's why I was looking for a 4G signal. So I couldn't book the pub in advance because I didn't know if they'd have 4G when I got there, and they did. So at least I know the Manor near Ulverston has 4G, and it's £5 a night plus your meal. And the food looks quite nice. They do a nice steak and ale pie, which I always like. And that one, it looks like it's got the puff pastry on it rather than just being a bowl of stew with a bit of short crust on top. So, which I like. So yeah, I might go back there one day, but I'll probably have to call up and book in advance before I go. Anyway, that's it. We're on the way to Hawkshead. Here's Alfie. Hi, Alfie. He's been asleep most of the morning. It was all I could do to get him out of bed. So anyway, he does like a good walk. So on to Hawkshead, and I think while we're there, I'll have a pint, sit and do a bit of work, and possibly even take my meeting while I'm there. I'll see what time we get there, but definitely go for a bit of a lunchtime pint. All right, cheers. That's it for now. Chat to you later. Bye.